And this is exactly what we are going to be looking at for the rest of this training. We're going to start to apply all of the theory you have used into interventions, coping strategies that you can share with your clients. Yes. We are going to begin to apply the theory of the universal long-term needs and the safety zone within all of the interventions you will see coming up next. Now, last time in our training on chemsex, those of you who were there, you told us that you would like more time to practice. So that is what we are going to give you today, more time to practice and get used to some of the interventions that we're going to give you. Now, what's important to remember is, of course, we are no psychologists and we are no psychiatrists and we are no qualified therapists. But what we can do is we can advise some low threshold, easy tips and advice to encourage our clients to care for their mental well-being. And these interventions aren't just exclusive to us as CBO outreach workers. No. We can share them broadly and they can be done with other members of the community. So these are not medical interventions and they're not a replacement for treatment or psychologists. But they're going to promote well-being. Are you ready for the first one? Are you ready for the first one? Woo! Okay, the first is this. Communicate long-term needs to clients. Okay, so in the meantime, the intervention is to communicate our long-term needs with clients. And I am going to put you guys into groups of 3 so you guys can practice having these conversations. Yes, here we go. Here is a framework of how to hold this conversation. Now, importantly, you are people with your own personalities, so you can adapt as you wish, especially based on the personality of your client as well. Okay, have a look at those questions. Okay, so first, you're going to ask them how they feel. Now, you can choose a way to ask this question. I have chosen, how happy and peaceful do you feel in your mind right now? You can choose the way you ask this question, but it's really important that you don't refer to a term that could be stigmatized, such as, how is your mental health right now? Now, it could be the case that your client says to you, I don't know how I feel. And that's why in brackets there it says, give examples. So you might choose to give an example such as, well, you told me at the beginning of this conversation that you used twice yesterday, and sometimes people can feel quite tired and not be able to sleep so well when that happens. Is that the case with you or not? Okay, and then the next question is to dig a little bit deeper into that feeling. So what do you think is causing this feeling? Number 3, this is where we start to apply the theory that we used before. Number 3 is about thanking them for sharing and telling them that it's completely normal. This is where you start to use your ideas about your safety zone. And then we start to talk, if appropriate, about the needs, because you will have identified what type of need they might be missing. So if someone's told you, I just feel so lonely, I'm so lonely, I've got nobody. So if someone says to you, if your client says to you, oh man, I just feel so lonely, I've got nobody, then you might say to them, oh, okay, well, we all have needs, and love and connection is one of those needs. Do you recognize this? And then your fifth point is to work with the client, hold a conversation, not a lecture, about how they might improve this or give advice about how they might improve that based on their situation.